Houston, I'm Matt Harrop. Today is the final day to register to vote in November's local elections. There are 8 proposed amendments to the state's constitution on the ballot, which you'll have the opportunity to vote for or against. Registration forms can be found at the Harris County Elections Office or go to votetexas.gov. Applications sent by mail must be postmarked by the end of the day. Now, today, the Texas House of Representatives will hear public testimony on its plan for redrawing the state's political maps, an issue that will impact our community. As our Camilo Hannibal-Smith explains, one local mayor is worried the current GOP proposal could have significant consequences when bad weather hits.
The city of Jersey Village, just northwest of Houston, is caught in between 2 districts under proposed House redistricting plans. Jersey Village Mayor Bobby Warren calls it an attempt to dilute the voices of the close to 8,000 people who live in his city.
We work very closely with both state and federal governments on a number of problems and projects in our city, particularly when it comes to issues such as flood mitigation. We oftentimes have to work with our elected representatives at those levels of government in order to get things moving. If we now have to work with 2 different representatives on the state level in order to get that done, it's going to be much more complicated.
His city would be split between State House Districts 138 and 148, he says. More plans to testify at a redistricting committee hearing this morning. I'm Camilo Hannibal-Smith in Houston.
Texas senators are also holding a hearing today on a bill related to spending federal COVID-19 relief funding. Our government reporter Andrew Schneider says the bill would use the money to pay debts our state has incurred during the pandemic.
Senate Bill 2 would use federal COVID relief dollars to beef up the state's unemployment insurance fund. Thanks to jobless claims related to the pandemic, that fund fell beneath its floor and was totally drained by June 2020. The bill's author, Senator Jane Nelson, chairs the Senate Finance Committee, so the odds of it passing committee are strong.
That's Andrew Schneider reporting there. And thousands of Houstonians gathered downtown over the weekend to protest our state's new abortion law, which prevents abortion when a fetal heartbeat is detected. It was one of many women's marches across Texas and the rest of the country. Ramel Veals was there. She says she'd help an abortion seeker, even though the law also targets people who assist people getting the procedure.
If I did know someone personally that needed the assistance, I would give it, period. Driving them, giving them money to buy a ticket, yes, I would.
Protesters started at Discovery Green Park and marched about a mile all the way down to City Hall. Not a drop of rain is in our preliminary forecast for the week. Nothing for the next 6 days. As for today, we're going to likely hit a high of about 90 degrees later this afternoon. Right now, it is 75 on the UH campus. I'm Matt Harrop, News 88.7.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include Zoom, used by 500,000 businesses.